Because you will be greater than me.
How?
You will go to big schools. You will wear suit and tie. People will call you sir.
Will you still call me Dennis?
You will always be my son first.
Yeah, all right. In this video, I'm going to be sharing with you my $100 million AI video anatomy. Are you ready for this? Go ahead and give a like to this video and don't forget to subscribe. Yeah, now as you can tell from the clips you just watched, you can see that I'm creating a movie series. Oh yes, and I want to use this opportunity, taking you along with me in this journey, to share with you the seven part $100 million AI video anatomy. Yes. Now, the very first part of this anatomy is to have a good video idea. Yes. Now, I'm going to play a clip for you right now in this video I'm editing, and just watch. Just watch.
You cannot disappoint me. Just do your best.
Result day was electric. When Dennis's name was announced as one of the top students in the school, his mother screamed so loudly people turned.
Ah, that's my son! That's my son!
Yeah. Can you see the way the mother screamed? Yeah. Now, this story idea, I try to tweak it from an original, right? And of course, you know the story of the prodigal son. So this story is about an ungrateful son, right? And I'm going to show you the prompt that I use. But first of all, you have to think through what kind of videos do people want to watch? What's going to make them sit down on the edge of their chair and watch? Right? A lot of people love, bitter, sweet stories that grip them, that make them watch to the end. And that's why I decided to go for something that's not so pleasant, but at the same time, maybe towards the end, we will definitely get a solution. So that's why I went for the story idea. And to complement that, or to confirm that, the very first part of this video series, which I dropped 2 days ago, is also doing well. And I can see the retention as people are watching more. The percentage watch is more than other kind of videos, right? So this is definitely a winner, right? So the second part of the anatomy of $100 million AI video is we need to get a good script. Yes, and for you to get a good script or a good storyline, you need to have a good prompt. So let me take you over to ChatGPT and I'll show you what prompt I used for this. Now, this is a prompt I used, right? Create a voiceover narration video about a story of an ungrateful son who was raised by lower average income parents to go to school and become somebody in life. And he later traveled abroad and abandoned his parents. Now, of course, you should know the end of this kind of story. He abandoned them. Then, of course, he got complications, he got deported, and all of those things. Now, this is going to be a 10-part story. This is only part one I'm working on, and I've been working on it for a couple of days now. I'm talking about over a week. And I'm only at 6 minutes something, right? That's it. You see, AI looks like it's going to make your work easier. No, it's not like it's going to make your work easier. It's just going to help you in your work. It's like an assistant. You're still going to do the work, okay? Don't think because AI is just going to just slop, do what we call AI slop. No, we don't want AI slop. We want thought, we want effort, right? And we want originality. So I told it to give me a 10-part series, and you see, it started with part one. This is only part one I'm working on, right? And this part one is going to be divided into 2 parts. So I've already dropped the first part, which was about almost 4 minutes, and just to watch to see how people respond to it. And I'm kind of, positive about it. I'm happy about it. Of course, it will definitely build up. Don't forget, this is going to be a long movie series, probably maybe up to maybe episode 20 or 30. I actually don't know, but I'm creating this as a long series, kind of movie series, so that people can follow along, binge watch, and also get knowledge from it. So this is it. You can use ChatGPT, right, to come up with your story. This is a voiceover. So I'm going to still get back to the use of AI voice. I'll come back to that, but for now, this is the script, and I'm using ChatGPT for this, right? You can also use Gemini, probably the Gemini Pro, that will help you probably get think through and give you more original scripts. So here it is. Now the third part of this $100 million AI video anatomy is image generation and video generation. And you guessed right, we are going to use Grok for this. So first off, we need to know what are the prompts that we're going to use to generate these images and then now turn or animate them, right? So let me show you that. It's in another line of thought. So I'm going to show you that. So I told it to give me prompts to, first of all, break this particular part one into chunks of like 13 words, because that's like about approximately 6 seconds, right? And then told it to follow each chunk, right, with a compelling, detailed, though short, description of a prompt. So you can see I have like 101 prompts for this, but I am currently at number 47. Let me just slide you down to where I am so I can show you the prompt I'm going to use to create this particular image. So let me see. I'm going to prompt number 47. Let me just long press and select text so that we can actually go to the main prompt. We'll copy that and we'll see how that works. Okay, yeah, so we are actually here, university admissions. Okay, so I'm just going to copy this. So in this case, you want to make sure that there's continuity. So I'm going to be using a reference image to make sure that I get what I am looking for. So I just copied that and I'm going to go over to Grok. And then Grok, I'm going to be using the ask side, not the imagine side, the ask side. So what we want to do is to use an image, a reference image. I'll just use one image of when he was much younger, just to give it a good feel. I just want to try it out maybe once or twice, and then I have loads and loads of pictures here or images. I'm just going to use one. Let me use this where the father and mother is, and let's see what's going to give us. You can always choose any other picture that has the people you want to see, and the environment that you also want to see. Don't forget that they're like low average income parents or family, so you don't want to put affluence in it. So even if the prompt is slightly designed, you can always design it in your own way. So I'm just going to put that there, but first I have to say make reference. So let's hope it gives us something good. Make reference to the image uploaded, to the image. Okay, so say create, let's say low income, low income, because we don't want too much affluence. We can say low income interior. We say living room with minimal, let's say with minimal furniture, so that it doesn't look like something in Banana Island, right? Minimal furniture. Let's see what it will bring. Furniture. Okay, all right, so that's it. Can you see? Then it's age 8. I want it to be age 17. I think 18 is a bit too far. People enter university at 17. So let's just leave it like that. Okay, the whole university admission letter, parents talk. Okay, there's mixed feelings because they're like, how are they going to pay for this, right? So it says here, mixed emotions but calm expressions, warm indoor lighting. Okay, let it go. Let's see how this works. Let's hope it does. Okay, it's fast generations. I love Grok. I love Grok. It's so fast. Let's see what it's gonna give us. Okay, it's giving us this. Let's see. All right, so it's giving us this. It looks good. Let's see. It's the same thing. I don't want it to have the same thing. At least, okay. At least it's showing the mother and the father. Let's get some variation. Okay, this one is not bad. Let me see the one I like most out of the two. I still okay. Another thing I need to add is that they should be in their 40s. They were like late 30s here when he was still young. So I think I need to add that. Let me just download it. I mean, it's not bad. We can download that. Let's just download it. We just want to have it. I mean, what if we ask it to generate something? It doesn't come out. Let's just see. So let me upload that one more time. And oh, before I do that, let me copy this because I still need to add that the father and mother, they're in their 40s, their early 40s, right? So we'll need to do that. Let's quickly do this because you see, time is everything. You can see you're exchanging time and life for this. So we have to be very careful to make sure that we are fast. Okay, let me see. Oh, which one should I add? Okay, this was the one I picked. Should I pick this one this time around? Let me see. Let me see what that's saying. They had the table. Okay, let's see. Let's see what happens here. At least the boy was still younger here. Make reference. I will say father and mother. Instead of saying parents, we'll say father and mother in their early 40s. so that we can, or let's say Nigerian. You see, all these things you need to just embellish it very well so that you're sure that it doesn't give you white skinned or other kind of, Nigerian father and mother. So because this one is going to be covered with the voiceover, this particular one, and I'm also going to show you how I'm also going to integrate their speaking also, because that's always where the magic happens, in their early, let's put early 40s, so that it gives us an idea of their age. Sit. Okay, so I think we're good. Let's see how this comes about. This shouldn't take time. Okay, very quick. Okay, let's see what that's giving us. Don't forget, it's giving us the images which we're now going to turn to animated. Yeah, let's hope that this is not bad. Okay, I think I like this one. Well, minimal furniture, not bad. Okay, is it sitting on their legs or what? This is not good. So this one is, I think, my best. So I'm going to use this one. That's just it. Now, this is supposed to tell us something already. He's gotten his admission letter. They are looking at it, but why do they have two admission letters? I think I need to regenerate it. Yes, I mean, he has two admission letters. What is going on? What is happening? One in his hand. Let's just see if we can regenerate it and see what's going to happen. Though I've downloaded it as a safety measure. Okay, so let's see what is giving us this time around. Let's give us the same thing. We'll just choose another picture. Why do they have two? I mean, I think it's giving us the same thing. Oh, well. Maybe he did a photocopy of both. Let's just leave it like that. Okay, so I'll just try the other one and leave it like that. Maybe people will think they are reading like a newspaper or something. So let's just download it. But we're going to use the other one. We'll leave this one. We'll use that other one. So we've downloaded, right, the picture we want to use. I mean, forget about the fact that there are two admission letters. Most times they send duplicates. So the father is looking at one and the boy is also looking at one. That's good, right? That's a way to go around it. So now that we've done that, we are going to go over to the imagine side of things. Don't forget, is this one that he's standing that we're going to use, right? So all you have to do is just click on that or go upload that picture, right? So I think I like this one. This one is cool, calm, collected. I mean, it doesn't have to be perfect. I mean, progress over perfection. You click on custom, and then we will put in that same description. That's it. Now, of course, because they're not saying anything in this particular scene for now, they're just looking and just wondering. But in the second part, I'm going to show you how they're going to talk, because there's another part where they're going to say something. Okay, so let's just allow that go. So this is the video generation part. We have done the image generation. Now is the video generation part of, the assets, the image and video assets. Okay, let's see what they have to say. Let's download it. Okay, so when we download it, we'll go check how it looks like inside of the gallery, because it's kind of stuck here. All right, so they're not saying anything. I don't know why. Let's just generate it one more time. So click on custom and let's see. Let's just run it again. Okay, let's see what it has to say. Let's download it.
Mom, Dad, I got in. This is wonderful, son. It feels unreal.
We are so proud.
Oh, I like that. I like that. So they're speaking here, but I'm going to use this like B-roll underneath, the voiceover. Then we'll now make them speak. Now, because I need to use continuity factor, I'm going to screenshot it. And then once I screenshot that, like you can see here, I'm going to actually crop it and use that, right, for the part where they're not going to speak. Cropping is also helping you to know the country. You're getting the end frame. I'll save it, right? So now this is my end frame. Okay, that's what I'm now going to put in to generate the next part where they're actually going to speak. And you'll see how I'm going to put all of this together, putting the first part underneath the voiceover, and then the second part where they're actually going to speak. Okay, because now they're looking at this. I didn't put any prompts of what they're going to say in it. I just said, and they should just show the scenario. So let's go and see what this prompt is supposed to be. Long press and select. So don't forget that we are still talking about the anatomy part 3, which is image and video generation, which is going to form the bulk, right, of anything you're doing inside a video. That's why we're taking time to look at this. So this is a part 1. So I'm sliding all the way to where the voiceover is, where the part where they're supposed to say something. Let's see. Let me. Okay. So the university admission soon came after in a reputable federal. Okay. Until they saw the fees. The amount felt like a mountain. That evening, tension sat heavily in the living room. His father rubbed his temples. It's a lot. So, what we're going to do now is, are we gonna? Because he's holding on something. Maybe I'll just say, hands over the paper to his wife. Because you need to make this look very natural. If not, it's gonna give you magical. You just see the paper floating, and then you now see him rubbing his temples. So the amount felt okay. Let us put that here. So it's going to be all this one, university admission up to when to they saw the fees. So we're going to just copy the father saying it's a lot. So we'll just need that portion. That's all we need for now. Let's go in back. And this time around, we are going into imagine. Again, I mean, it's the same thing we're just, no, not it, but looking at the end frame. Remember the end frame that we just cropped? That's the one that we are going to do. So remember, the father is actually holding the paper. So he's going to hand over the paper. We're going to say hand over the paper to the mother and then rub his temples because that's important. We want to make it as natural as possible. And then we put that there. It says here, the amount felt like a mountain. That evening, tension sat heavily in the living room. His father rubbed his temples. I'll say his father handed over the letter to the wife. His father handed over the letter. I'll say handed over the duplicate letter. The duplicates, because we'll take it as a there's no need. Let me just put it's duplicate anyway. So hand over the letter to his wife. Wife and robbed. Okay, so that's where we get it because we need him to hand it over to her, and then he has to, and he rubbed his temples, saying with a Nigerian accent, saying with a Nigerian accent, a Nigerian accent, because we need this to be as, Nigerian accent, and then we'll put the dash there. It's a lot. So that's it. You will see how that goes. Let me just copy this so it doesn't get missing. It's important. So let's put that there. Alrighty. So let's see what's going to happen now. This is the end frame. Remember, for continuity purposes, very important. Okay.
It's a lot.
Oh, now I've made a mistake. Can you see that?
It's a lot.
Now see what happened now. See what happened now. I'm going to have to change that. It's now Dennis
It's a
that is
lot.
rubbing his temples. Okay, so don't worry. We'll do that again. This time around,
It's
we're
a
going to say
lot.
the father seated. Let's just wait for it. Okay, let's see what's going to happen. So I think we've been able to find a way around it. So I think it looks good. Let me just
It's a
download.
lot.
Yeah. Okay, I think I like the way he did it. First of all, just held on and then he rubbed his temple and said it's a lot and then he handed over. Interesting. Not bad.
It's a lot.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So we have 3 videos and we're going to quickly look at how to put them all together. And that is going to be done inside of InShot. So we're currently in InShot. Let's go all the way to where this is supposed to be fitted. Now look at this. This was the last part I created.
Planted seeds in Dennis's mind.
Okay.
Abroad.
So this is the part that we can see that I just use this is where the voiceover.
University admission came soon after.
So we are now going to quickly put them in. I'm going to show you how I'm going to put them in to make sure that they're fluid. And there are 3 of them. I mean, this is how long it takes to create a movie series, right? So let's just listen to the voiceover. right? And the fourth part of the anatomy, actually, let me just quickly move there, is the voiceover. And in my case, I have used and decided to use and keep on using Google AI Studio. And I'm going to show you that in a second. But let's just put this in here. So that's the fourth part, right? The fourth part of our anatomy. Let's put that in and I'll tell you how to get Google AI Studio. It's really, really good. I mean, you can see how this voice sounds so natural, like somebody actually said it. Okay, so just listen.
Abroad. University admission came soon after into a reputable federal institution.
So I'm going to stop it there, right? Why? Because it's a picture, and you see this part here is actually just an image overlaid with voice. So I need it to be broken there. That's where I'm going to put the very first. Remember the very first one we did? So I'm just going to quickly replace it quickly because I need it to be with the voiceover. So we've done quite a number of them. I don't even know which one we are going to use. Let me check. Okay, no, not this one. Not this one. It's not this one. I think it's the second one. Let me see. You have to, there are many.
Mom, Dad, I got in. This is wonderful, son.
Okay, that's it. So I've changed it. So you'll see the replacement. Okay, so now that I have replaced, you can see here that portion is covered with that. So but I'm going to just reduce the volume because I want the voiceover to talk there. So I'm just going to go to the volume because I don't want it to talk at that point. It's just a voiceover that will speak.
Abroad. University admission came soon after into a reputable federal institution.
Okay,
Celebration filled the compound until they saw the fees.
so I'm going to break that there again and put the one where they are speaking. So just listen to how this is going to run. So I'm going to go over to where the voiceover is. The voiceover, actually I laid it and I made it another video and I actually put it in the PIP. You know, if you want to learn more about that, go and learn how to do editing. Because the fifth part, okay, well, the fifth part of this anatomy is magical editing or editing magic. Okay, so now I just cut it there and remember where we had reputable university. So you will see that.
Federal institution.
So I just want you to get to where it says federal institution. I'm going to remove that voiceover part out. Let's just cut that. Cut it, and then I'm going to delete this part because I don't want the voiceover to say anything, right? It has to be empty. So I'm now going to put the voice. Remember the voice. Remember what we did. So I'm going to change that this time around. We are going to hear what they are speaking and what they are saying. So we just need to replace that. This time around, we have to find it. There are so many right now. So we have to be sure what it is saying. I think it should be this one. So let's hear it.
We can't let him lose this opportunity.
It's not.
I know.
That's not it. Oh, come on. That's not it. We're still going to change it. It's not that one. So I think it must be this one. Let me check.
It's a lot.
Okay, good. All right, so then we put that there. Okay, don't mind it is glitching. So we're going to hear that talk.
Federal institution.
It's a lot.
So we've heard them talk. Now the next thing now is where we are going to hear the mother speak and everything, that action part. So it's also, they're also going to speak there. So I want to get to the part.
The amount felt like a mountain. That evening, tension sat heavily in the living room. His father rubbed his temples. It's a lot. We can't let him lose this opportunity, his mother replied firmly. I know, but where will the money come from?
So now, this is quite long, but I'm just going to break that and put that other part. I don't need all that part said in the voiceover. So I'm going to also cut that part out in the PIP because all I need is for that portion for them to say it, right? So I'm just going to come here and delete it. So let's get back into it and exchange this. Even though it looks long, it will just it will just contract. Okay, so let's just change that and see how everything flows. This is the magical editing. So don't forget, the first one is video idea. The second thing is to have a good script and a good hook. The third thing is good video, image and video generation. The fourth is good voiceover, which I'm going to show you shortly. The fifth is editing. That's exactly what I'm doing here. So I'm going to change that. We'll just use the last one. We will use the last one. Okay, so you can see that we'll now listen to everything again and see how it all flows. So here it is.
University admission came soon after into a reputable federal institution.
It's a lot.
We can't let him lose this opportunity.
I know. But where would the money come from?
Dennis stood by the doorway, pretending not to listen.
Okay.
Later that week,
All that part, I'm going to cut that part off because I don't need that part. That's why along the line you'll be checking as you go. So we've already said the most important things there.
later that week,
So we have made Dennis to walk away. Right?
pretending not to listen.
So we're going to cut all of that part off. We don't need it because it's a developing story. So I'm going to go to the PIP and leave it, because then we will now have to start the story from there. So that's it basically. I'm going to delete all of this, and let me move this a little bit so that it doesn't affect it. So I'm going to come here and delete this. Where's the deletion again? Good. So now we are done with this portion. You can see how long it took to just give us 3 segments of the scene, right? When it comes to image and video generation, that's the bulk of it all, right? But now let's talk about the AI voice. Now there are many places or many softwares you can use. You can use 11 Labs or Synthesia. You can use Love Voice. Yes, you can use Love Voice, right? But so far, I've used a whole lot. I have used many voiceover or text to speech systems, right? But I love Google AI the most. So let me show you where you're going to be able to do this. So here we are on Google AI Studio. So if you click on the browser, you will see it is aistudio.google.com. aistudio.google.com, right? So that's where we are. So type that into your browser and you will see the magic roll. So this is what it will show you, right? And it actually caps after a while, but after a long while. So this can generate up to about 10 minutes plus of, voiceover at a time, right? So, and you don't need to do everything at once. You can do it 5 minutes, 6 minutes, thereabouts, and then until you're able to get what you're looking for. So for you to quickly choose a voice, you come to this part here where we have these filters. You click on it. When you click on it, it brings out multi-speaker audio. If you want to have speaker 1 or speaker 2, like it's written here, you can have speaker 1, speaker 2, and people will be speaking. So you just have to feed it in the different text that you wanted to say, and you keep on doing that on and on and on. And after that, you click on run if you wanted to have multiple people speaking. But if you wanted to have a single person speaking, just click on the single speaker audio. That's what I did. And then you can come here and choose different voices. If you don't know how they sound, you can click on any of these play buttons. Let's see how this Orus sounds like. Good. You can see it is speaking in an American way. If you click on another one, good. Now, this is the trick that you must always do. So let me just pick one of these, right? Let me pick one of these that I love to use, right? And then come here. So let me just type in, I'm happy to be here. And I'm going to show you the 2 different, I'm happy to be here. Okay, so just see it. If I click on run, it will be very fast. You just hear how it sounds. It's already put in the style and instructions. It says read aloud in a warm and friendly tone. So if I click on run, see what it's going to give me. Once it's done, it will stop. You will see it. So you can hear what it says. Let me play it again. That is an American voice. So now let me show you if I want it to sound Nigerian. So I come here and says add with a Nigerian accent. You must always do this, whether you're American, Ugandan, Zambian, wherever, add it with a Nigerian accent. I'm going to show you two different types of accents, okay? So with a Nigerian accent, you'll see how this works. It's going to be very short and sharp. You can paste in your entire text, your school. Can you see that? Let me put that again. Can you see it sounds, something close to Nigerian, even though I don't like it, so I'm going to have to do it again. So if you don't like the way it sounds, you can always run it again. Now, what I've seen is that if I wanted to give me like about 10 minutes or 9 minutes, it should be probably like in the range of 1,200 words, right? Or something in the range of like 7,000, 8,000, like 7 to 8,000 characters, right? So those are the ways you measure it, okay? So this is a very important, very important part of the anatomy, the voice. Google AI Studio is for you, free of charge. I'm not paying a dime to be here, okay? And I'm happy to be here. Give a like to this video if you really, really have been blessed, okay? So now, the next thing that I told you is very important is editing magic. And you can see how I put everything together, right? And it went smooth. Now, let's talk about the next one, which has to do with packaging, right? The packaging is key, the title and the thumbnail. Now, where are we going to get that from? Go back to ChatGPT and I'm going to show you the title, the thumbnail, everything it gave me in terms of the prompts, right? Let's go and see. This is it. This is where I told you to give me the thumbnail image prompt. My darlings, this is AI for you, right? I told you to give me, first of all, give me the titles. I told you to give me 5 catchy titles. I told you to give me, I told it, see, this is why you have to speak to it like a human being. Here are 5 catchy titles and a compelling series description. So it says, through Dennis, the son who forgot home. I mean, these were too predictable. I didn't really like them. I said, come on. Give me better titles. These are too, I said, let me show you. These titles are too direct. I need something shrouded in mystery. Okay, so it gave me some other one. It says, he was their only hope. Then something changed. The call that never came. I just loved he was their only hope. That was what I used for the title. He was their only hope. And people are wondering, why was he the only hope, right? I now told you to give me a description also. It gave me a description with hashtags. So you can see it also gave me of course I removed all those subheadings, right? And I put it there. And I said, give me a detailed thumbnail prompt in 16:9 aspect ratio. So it gave me a detailed prompt. A detailed prompt, guys. And it had to do with showing two worlds, right? The elders at home forsaken and the guy abroad, just there. And it was really nice. I liked it. And that was what I used. So, and I tell you, I mean, if you don't like the thumbnail, you can always do thumbnail, title, A/B test, right? You can actually have 2 or 3 different titles and 2 or 3 different thumbnails and just test it, right? I did that. I actually only did the thumbnail test. I put one with words and I put the other one without words. And then after a while, it will tell me which one people actually resonated with. So that is it, title and thumbnail, because that's what people are going to see and that's what's going to resonate with them, right? The final thing, let me go back to my InShot. So the final thing, right, is your upload strategy plus grace. Yes, I'm going to talk about grace in a bit. Your upload strategy. Now, let me tell you something about uploading. I have tried different worlds. I have tried uploading videos every single day, multiple times a day. It worked for some niches and it didn't work for some niches, right? And what have I learned? A video needs time to grow. So I would say after a while, the video begins to die down. If it's a trending topic, after a while it will die down. So you might need to post another thing because there's some trending videos and there's some expiring or evergreen videos. Now, of course, most times tutorial videos are evergreen. So it may start slow, but later on to be getting, traffic as people are always searching for that topic. So you should have a mix of that, evergreen topics, right? At the same time, you should also have things that will generate curiosity, like He was the only hope that I used. I like the title, but I mean, time will have to prove me right or wrong. If after a while it doesn't work, I'm going to change the title. Nothing says you have to remain so. So, upload strategy is very key. So, what I've decided for this particular series is to space it a little bit. You know, 3, 4, 5 days, probably a week in between each ones, just to give it some time for it to grow. And if I test that for like 2, 3 weeks, if I feel it's a bit too sparse, I could make it 2 or 3 days, in between. I mean, don't you can see that it's taking a whole lot of time to create this. So you definitely need time to create it, people. And as you can see, I'm on 6 minutes 20 something seconds. I haven't even gotten to 7 minutes, and this particular voiceover is 12 minutes. So I still have 5 minutes plus of video to do. But for me, it's interesting because every step of the way I'm seeing how the story is becoming better, becoming real, and I'm carrying people along with me, and I'm hoping, trusting that this will be a blockbuster, right? Millions, hundreds of millions of views by the grace of God. Don't forget, this is my $100 million AI video anatomy. I hope you've been able to follow along. I know it's a long video, people, but look, if you want to make AI videos, you're going to have to spend time and you must be patient. If you are not patient, I'm sorry, you're not meant for this. I'm sorry to be blunt, but you are not meant for it. Okay. So that's it. I hope you've been able to enjoy it. Let me just quickly reel all of them down. One is what? Your topic, your video idea. You cannot run away from that. You must research, know what people want, know what people want to watch, right? Then number two is a good script. Even if you're doing explainer videos, you need to have a good script, something that can guide you, right? I needed a story, a voiceover story. I had to create a good script that will carry people along and people can see their lives in it. The whole idea is for people to see what happens in their real life. People forget their parents. And you want to correct that notion. You want people to feel like, no, I don't want to be forgotten. And I pray my child watches this and doesn't forget me, right? So you want people to see their lives in it, right? So that is it. You want to have a good story, have a good script. Number three, the image and video generations. That took a whole lot of time, people, and that is very key. Number four is voice, the voiceover or the voice that you will use. I use Google AI Studio. That's ai.google.com, right? I love it because I've used others because the limits are very, very generous. I'm telling you, you can create at a sitting, you can create like about 4 or 5 videos of like about 10 minutes. So imagine that means that if you put all of that together, you can create like about 40 to 50 minutes of voice in one account. And if that runs out, you can actually change to another account, right? That is key. That is key. And all of these things I'm sharing with you are totally free of charge. Then number four is the editing magic. You need to put them all together, just like I'm putting them here. You can see they're like 5 seconds, 6 seconds. It's not easy to do an AI story. I mean, it's either you go and hire, a team and pay millions of dollars. I mean, there's a movie producer who told me that he spends like 5 million naira every week, 5 to 8 million naira every week to hire a team. So if what you have to spend is your time, spend it, because if you don't have 5 to 8 million every week, then you have to do this. Spend your 40 to 60 hours in a week to do this. That's it. That is the trade-off, right? So you edit it, put them all together, and of course you can put effects. You can see right now you can color grade this if you want to know how to color grade to make the color richer. You see the way this is looking, that's not the way the picture came. I had to edit the color grading. You want to learn that, go and watch my video editing video, right? The video editing video, that sounds like fun. Go watch that. You will learn how to color grade, how to adjust the colors and make them pop, right? Then of course after that you need to have title and thumbnail. You don't know what to do? Go and meet Gemini. Go and meet ChatGPT. Ask it, and it will give you something. Try out a couple and see what you can do. You can do A/B testing, right? And YouTube will show it to people. Finally, your upload strategy. Give it space to grow. 2, 3 days, 1 week. And don't make it once a month. I mean, that's too sparse. But maybe once a week is fine. Maybe twice a week is also fine. That's what I'm also trying to learn more at this time. I mean, I can be quite aggressive, posting and posting and posting, but I'm like, okay, this time around, I'm making it subtle, giving it like maybe once or twice a week. And that's what I'm doing, giving it time to, and I'm giving myself grace. I'm giving myself rest and peace and letting the algorithm do the work. Right, so I hope you've learned a lot from this video. Please let me know if this has been very useful to you. I mean, I've taken you into my world. I'm currently creating this, and I hope maybe in the next 2-3 days I will be done with this particular part so I can post it and then start another part. Thank you once again for watching. If you haven't subscribed, I don't know what you're doing. Go ahead and subscribe, and of course, like the video, share with your friends, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.